Hi everyone, so that's it. You made it through the midterms. Now it's time to start statistics with this introduction to quantitative designs, and that starts with R. R is a software that we will use this semester for the remainder of the semester. And so first you need to install it. So I provided some directions, but let's give it a quick run through. So first you have to download the software R. Then we're gonna go to R Studio, which is an extension of R, and then we'll do a we'll play around a little bit, but I'll show you step by step. Just one thing: if you use a Chromebook, you will need to use something called R Studio Cloud, and I will touch that briefly as well. So first, go in on CRAN. That's what it looks like when you go on cran.r and so forth. So pick either Windows, Linux, or Mac. If you do not have any of those because you use a Chromebook, then don't worry about this step. Okay. Now you download all of this. I will not go through all of it. I put some videos. Okay. Install R for the first time. Boom. That's basically it. Then you install it in your computer. You can watch some videos on that um, that I put in the directions. Then second, we'll go to RStudio. Right, so on RStudio, just click download and to ask you to choose a version, RStudio Desktop for free. That's the one that you will download. And then you install everything there is to install. If you are on your Chromebook, you go on RStudio Cloud and then same thing, get started for free. And you choose again free option. You're gonna have to sign up with this one. I know you can't see the end of the button here, but that's the sign up button. It's very straightforward. So I could sign you up with Google, or if you have a GitHub account, you can use it as well, I guess. All right, so that's how you download and install the software. Again, more steps are available in different videos that I provided in the direction. But once you open it for the first time, it should look something like that. Okay, there should be 3, maybe 4 windows. So let's open the fourth. If you have a fourth window, that will be script. And usually script is on top of console. Okay, so once you have script, here we go. I'm going to move it a little bit. We don't do that much code today. Um, you have those 4 areas. Okay, depending on what you want to do, if you want to just change the view and switch to, let's say, either just the this view of the script or this view, you can simply Control Shift 1, 2, 3, and so forth. If you are in a different device, you might want to look at the appropriate shortcuts. But at times, I will use that, so don't be surprised if you see some areas disappear. And for me, to get back to the previous view, it's Shift, Control, Alt, and 0. Whew, quite a few things to get used to. But anyway, those are the 4 areas. The script is where you type a code that you want to see saved. When the console is another place where you can write code and it will execute directly. So here I write 4 plus 5, it calculates 9. Here I write 5 plus 4 plus 5, and it doesn't do anything. If I want it to execute, I have to run it. Okay, and once it runs, there's still nothing there. It's still only the script. It appeared at the bottom. Let me click on run and look at the bottom. Boom. Oh, sorry, wrong line. Boom. It only executes the line of code that I'm asking to run. Okay, so that's very important. You see that in the history, these have populated. Um, we will use environment at times, and when we load data, it will appear in this environment. If we start doing little figures, you will see that they will appear under plots. We'll do that with our next video. For now, let's just try to do a bit of code and try to do it while I'm doing it as well. Okay? So let's say, for instance, I just showed you how you could do additions, multiplications work too, by the way. I mean, you can do anything you want. It will, uh, you will have to run it or control enter that runs it automatically. And then you will always see the result there, okay? So now let's say that we try something a little bit different. We are like, okay, we can have a regular calculator to do what I did so far. So let's do something that's very important and attach it to a function. So let's say that I have season ticket holders, okay? So let's say my season ticket holders, um, I just say I have, let's say 200 season ticket holders, and I have non-season ticket holders, okay? So then I have 500 of them. This little arrow that you create with these two signs here, inferior to and um, minus, that creates this little arrow. That means that we want to give a value of 200 to STH. STH is an object. It could be anything. Let's try to run it and see what happens. Okay, STH 200, STH and NSTH, non-season ticket holders. I run it. Okay, boom, it appears there. Now, what happens if I type STH from that point on? It will give me the value of STH. What happens if I type non-season ticket holders, control enter, boom, it executes and it returns a value of 500. You see, I should not work on the clouds. It happens all the time. So anyway, so here you see that the value of 500 and the NSTH code are the same. So that's very important because these objects, they will allow us to create functions. Let's imagine now that I write season ticket holders plus non-season ticket holders. I'll save it on the script so it doesn't execute right away. Control enter. 700. That is the sum indeed of the season ticket holder, 200 plus 500 non-season ticket holders. Okay, so simple operations, but try to get used of doing them. I would recommend that you try to mirror this small example and that you try to do it on your own. Also, as we do the lectures, I would recommend that you have the lectures on one screen. Maybe you have a laptop somewhere or an iPad, and you put the lecture on one screen, and on the other screen, different computer, maybe you try to do it at the same time as I'm doing it, or right after I'm doing it. That's always a good idea. All right, that's it for now.